Hello. Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. Kind of hard to, I don't have, when we do when we do a longer Chameleon Church show, I kind of get a little, anyway. Hey, we are talking about context, which could also be read as Marsha, because it really is, one of those times. 2 Chronicles 16:9. Let me lower my speaker. For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to give strong support to those whose heart is blameless toward him. I don't know about you, but I've heard that a lot. What's the context of that verse? Well, it's not a positive one. It's actually a negative one. King Asa, 2 Chronicles chapter 16. He creates an alliance with Ben-Hadad, king of Syria, by taking the silver and gold from the treasures of the house of the Lord and the king's house, and he sends it to them, saying, "Hey, let's make an alliance so that you can help me fight." What army? Yeah, some other army. Anyway, it's not a good thing, right? He instead of relying on God, he makes an alliance with the king of Syria. So then at that time, then it says in verse 7, Hanani, the seer, came to Asa, king of Judah, and said to him, a seer is also another word for prophet, and says this: because you relied on the king of Syria and did not rely on the Lord your God, the army of the king of Syria has escaped you. Were not the Ethiopians and the Libyans a huge army with very many chariots and horsemen? Yet, because you relied on the Lord, he gave them into your hand. And then it says, for the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to give strong support to those whose heart is blameless toward him. But you have done foolishly in this, for from now on you will have wars. That's context. Totally different.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.